Hello, my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'll be talking about the 2022 SBS Gayo daejeon's outfits. I'll be discussing, ranking the members within a group according to their outfits, and give each look a rate from 1 to 10. We have the red carpet outfits and the performances outfits. We have a lot of outfits, so without further ado, let's just get into it. Disclaimer. I am a fashion enthusiast and I studied fashion design in university. However, fashion is subjective. What I might think it's pretty, someone else might hate it, and it's completely okay. This isn't meant to be taken too seriously and I'm only doing it for fun. I'm only talking about the outfits, not the people wearing them. My thoughts on the clothing are just that, on the clothing, so I hope no one misunderstands it. Also, there are a lot of outfits to talk about, and I can't possibly extend in every single one of them, so I'll be short when it comes to talking about each one. And I'm not going to be able to talk about every single person that attended the awards, so forgive me if I didn't mention your faves. First off, we have I-DLE. The girls wore all white mini dresses and they look really nice. Each one of the dresses is different, which gives individuality to each one of the girls, but all of them being in white allows for the final look to be cohesive. I like how their stylists chose different type of fabrics, like lace, satin, and chiffon. The accessories are minimalistic, but it works for the simple and pretty type of look they went for. I think they look gorgeous, and there isn't particularly nothing wrong in this look, but for some reason I don't love it. So this is 9 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Txt. They boys are looking so cute with these outfits. They look like a grandpa at a Christmas party and I'm all here for it. I genuinely love their outfits so much, and spoiler alert, they are the only boy group that actually delivered something unique and interesting. Their sweaters, cardigans and vest make their outfits look so cozy and warm. I'm pretty sure they are all wearing Ralph Lauren from head to toe, and I especially love Yeonjun's vest and Bongyo's sweater. This is totally a 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have Aespa. I actually like some aspects of their outfits, but not so much the whole thing. Giselle is looking freaking amazing in that dress, and I don't have a single complaint about her look, same with Winter. I'm conflicted about Karina's look. I love the dotted fabric, and the sheer element is so pretty, but I hate the train at the back. Ningning's dress is gorgeous at the top, but I don't love the middle part that's in a different fabric. The cut of it's weird and she deserved better than that. This is 6 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Les Sserafim. I love the slight punk vibe these outfits have, and I love how they went for some print. Yeonjun's long dress with the mix of plaids is so good, and she looks freaking amazing. I really like Chaewon's yellow plaid dress a lot, and how it's paired with the fishnets is perfect. Sakura and Yoonchae's dress are fine, they could have been a bit more punk, but it's not awful. However, Kazuha has a completely different vibe for her outfit. Her long dress is giving more classy and elegant look than punk. She looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but she doesn't look like she belongs in the same group. If all of their outfits were more like Chaewon and Yeonjun's, then this would have been perfect. But it's a 9 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Then, we have Fromus 9. The girls went for an almost all-white look with some hints of black. But the white pieces aren't actually white but rather off-white and cream. Their outfits are cute but simple. Nothing too outstanding, more like your regular girl group outfit. But I do have to say that I hate Jisoo's shoes, like what is that? I actually really the black elements since it adds a different element to the look. Maybe they could have accessorized a bit more, but overall, it isn't that bad. This is a 8 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Itzy. The girls wore all white mini dresses, but I really appreciate how their stylists gave the girls furry coats, because at least if they don't cover much, at least is something since it's freaking winter in Korea. I like how each dress and coat is different from one another, and I love how all the dresses are white while the coats are more of a creamy color. They all could have had more accessories to elevate their looks a lot more, but it's what it is. This is 9 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Cravity. I like that some members are wearing white, but why only 2? I love the printed suit on Alan, but again, why only one member? They don't look cohesive because there are 3 members just standing out so much while the rest are wearing basically the same thing. Imagine if more of them had white elements, and the same amazing print. This had potential, but the end result wasn't that good. 8 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have new jeans. The girls are looking so freaking good in these outfits. Although they are wearing all black outfits, the clothing pieces are interesting enough for the final result to not be boring. The accessories also help a lot to make the look as good as it is. I love the baggy silhouette in their outfits, and the girls are looking like dolls. Their dresses are giving me Lolita fashion, but very slightly and more modernized. I really like how their stylists always go for something different than the standard girl group look. It's something rare to see, but I love it. This is totally a 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Nmixx. Just like I said with new jeans, Nmixx is giving us something different than the typical girl group look for a red carpet, and I gladly appreciate it. The girls are wearing mostly white, but the black pieces break the monochromatic look, and make the whole thing more interesting. I really like the tulle on all of their skirts, and the black ribbons they all have are really nice. All of the girls are looking amazing, but why did they give Haewon those god-awful boots? It's the 3rd time I've seen her wear them for a red carpet this month, and not one of those instances has been good. Just get rid of them for God's sake. This is 8 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Ive. The girls are wearing black and white outfits. Each one of them has a completely different look, but it's all cohesive when they are all together. I like how their stylists played with textures, prints and layers. Like I said before, I really appreciate their stylists giving the girls tights, closed shoes, and coats since it's freaking winter. This is 10 out of 10 for me, and this is my ranking. Yujin is wearing a completely different thing because she was hosting the event. Her asymmetric dress is really nice, and that color looks amazing on her. Her accessories are perfect for the type of look they went for, and she looks gorgeous. Definitely 10 out of 10. She also wore this gorgeous green dress. She looks stunning, and if I said she looked good in that previous dress, she looks even better here. The color is amazing, and I love the bow and all the detail in the bodice. This is obviously 10 out of 10. She also wore this white dress. The dress is really pretty. I like the halter neck, and the pearl embroidery on the top is so nice. I like this look, but it's not as good as the other two. However, it's still definitely a 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking of Yujin's looks. By now you might be wondering where all the boy groups are at. Well, all of their looks were so boring, so I'm just going to do a speed round with them, because otherwise, I'll just be repeating myself. NCT 127. They look like they belong in a wedding cake as the topper. Of course they look good, but it's so basic and I don't like that they all are wearing the same. 7 out of 10. And no ranking because there's no difference within their looks. Nct Dream. Very similar to 127, mostly because Mark and Haechan had to match both groups, but it's still boring. At least we got some difference, but not nearly enough. 8 out of 10. Enhypen. They look amazing, and I like the navy blue suits, but as a whole everything is so boring. 7 out of 10. And no ranking because they look the same. Tempest. Love that they added the shiny fabric in all of their outfits, and it looks amazing on camera. But I wished there were more accessories, and more elements of individuality since the final result looks almost unfinished. 9 out of 10. And this is my ranking. The boys. Like the velvet fabric as an element in this look, but aside that there's nothing else I genuinely like. This is so boring, and I know their stylists could have done better. 7 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Stray Kids. Just your standard boring Stray Kids look, and once again they gave them the god-awful belt over the blazer look, although at least is just one member. But I do appreciate that they all have multiple layers and thick coats so they don't get cold. 6 out of 10. And this my ranking. 80s. I really like the print, the different types of fabrics, the different silhouettes, and the bits of white in their outfits. but they look as if each member styled themselves individually and just showed up. It doesn't feel like there's any concept behind their look aside the color palette. 8 out of 10. And this is my ranking. First, we have Nmixx. These outfits follow the same vibe as these one. I love this specific vibe for the outfits, it matches OO and Tank perfectly. These outfits are as amazing as they are because of how many elements there are happening at the same time, and how they all match flawlessly. The multiple layers are so nice, I freaking love the print detail, and the accessories are simple, but perfect for the look their stylists were going for. My only complaint would be that Bae's outfit is too much. She has the same color from head to toe, and although it doesn't look bad, I think it would have been better if she had some shorts instead. But that's just whatever. My rating is 10 out of 10. And my ranking is this. Next, we have New Jeans. These outfits follow the same sporty vibe Attention had for the whole era. I'm the biggest fan of the color red, so of course I love the color palette for these outfits. I like how they mixed the red with bits of white and black, but I wished Minji's outfit had a bit more of red, but she still matches nicely. The accessories also help elevate the final look, and I honestly don't have a single bad thing to say. This is 10 out of 10 for me, and this is my ranking. Then, we have Les Sserafim. The girls performed fearless, and these outfits have the same classy and high fashion vibe that their whole debut era had. These outfits remind me of these ones, but a lot more elevated for a performance like this. We have an all-black color palette, but there are elements that make their outfits much more interesting. The rhinestones and shiny bits in the clothing make them stand out so much, and it looks amazing with the stage lights. The gloves on Sakura and Yunjin add a touch of elegance. And all the girls are looking gorgeous. This is 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Next up, we have these cover stages. First off, we have Yeonjun's. His outfit is very simple, but it looks really nice and it works perfect for the type of performance. I really like the black and yellow color combo, and that puffer vest is really cool. 8 out of 10. Then, we have Sunwoo, Juyeon, Kevin, Q, and Hanyun from the Boyz. They performed Hot by 17, so it made complete sense for their outfits to have a slight cowboy-inspired touch. I really like the leather pieces, and the accessories complemented their look. This wasn't anything revolutionary, but they look hella good. 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have Hongjong, Minga, Yosang, San, and Yunho from I-DLE. Their outfits have more of a casual vibe to them, like day-to-day clothing. They're wearing items in an earthy color palette and they look good, but it looks a bit too boring on stage. They almost blend into the background, and I wish they had more vibrant colors. 7 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have Cravity. The boys look really good, and I actually like their jackets a lot. But if you know anything about me, then you know I don't like when all the members in a group wear the same thing. Their only difference in here is that some members have white sleeves, and the other have black sleeves. Aside that, everything is the same. 5 out of 10. And I'm no ranking this because it's all the same. At some point, they all got together and performed that. This could have been so freaking messy because it's a lot of people, and each group had a completely different outfits, but they managed to pull it off nicely. They didn't perform all together in a regular formation, but instead they were spread out all across the stage, so it didn't look overwhelming or all over the place. Next, we have Enhypen. When I saw they performed Dope by BTS, I actually thought they were part of the boy group cover stage, but no. For this performance I love how they kept the Dope iconic outfits with each member dressing as a different profession. They looked so good, and it really brought the original song's essence. They also performed Paradox Invasion, and I was worried that the outfits were going to look odd, but it didn't. This is 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have these Doyoung and Ningning collab stage. Both of them are wearing all white and they look good. This is something really simple, but it matched the performance. I wished they both had more accessories, or different fabrics that elevated the look a lot more, although I do like the furry sweater Doyoung has. This is 7 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Next, we have this Nct Dream Performance. The boys wore really similar outfits with all of them wearing black pants and white tops. The sweaters looked so good, and they fit the cozy vibe of the performance. They do look really good, but as I always say, I wished the whole thing was more interesting. 7 out of 10. And this is my ranking. The boys also had another performance, and their outfits are amazing. A black and white color palette can be so boring, but if done right, like in this instance, it can look so good. They mixed different prints, and added interesting elements to make the final look really interesting. I love the layering elements and the baggy silhouettes a lot. The boys first performed glitch mode, and these outfits match the vibe perfectly, but then they performed candy. So their stylists had to give them a look that would fit the two songs, and they are pretty different, but I think it all worked amazingly. This is totally 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have NCT 127. The boys had an all-black color palette, but just like with Nct Dream, their stylists managed to make it much more interesting. I really like the different type of fabrics and the accessories work to elevate the look. Mark and Daejeon went from Nct Dream Performance to the NCT 127 right away, so their outfits had to match for both stages. They did a really good job at it, with Daejeon switching to an all-black jacket, and Mark putting a leather shirt on top. This is also 10 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Then, we have Ive. The girls look freaking amazing and I love everything about these outfits. Like I've said before, I love red, and especially in this time of year it makes total sense because of the holidays. I love how they mixed in prints, and different types of fabric to make the looks more elevated. The accessories are also so on point, and even love how they have different hairstyles. All the girls have individually unique outfits, but it looks really cohesive when they come together, and that's the kind of look I love so much. Of course this is 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Aespa. These outfits feel very standard for Aespa, with all of the girls having completely different outfits and kinda matching when they all come together. Their outfits clearly are matching since Karina and Winter have white elements, and Giselle and Ningning have black elements, but all of them together don't look as good to me. Their outfits kinda clash because they don't have the same vibe to them. Karina and Winter are the ones who match the most because of the white and the rhinestones, but I wished all of their outfits had that same vibe. Imagine all of them wearing white and silver outfits with pretty rhinestones and the dancer wearing all black. They would have stood out more, and to me it would have looked 10 times better. This is 6 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Next up, we have Stray Kids. The boys performed 24 to 25 in these outfits, and for once I have to say that I like what they are giving. The boys are all wearing Tom Brown from head to toe, and their outfits feel very wintry, and that of course fits the vibe of the performance. I don't know if their outfits are as good as they are because their styling team finally did their job well, or if they just copied looks right from the brand and didn't do anything creative. But whatever it is, I'm just happy that for once they boys look amazing. This is totally 10 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Then, the boys performed Christmas Evil and Case 143, and they had different outfits. Right from the bat I can totally and wholeheartedly say that I love these outfits so much. I love the red plaid print, and how they all are slightly different types of prints is so nice. There are so many elements that just make this look great, like the mix of two prints in Han's outfit, the skirt in Felix's outfit, all the pins, necklaces, just accessories in general, and many more. I didn't had any expectations for Stray Kids outfits since they always manage to look so boring, but they really surprised me by having two amazing set of outfits. This of course is 10 out of 10. And my ranking is this. Then, we have Itzy. The girls wore all white outfits, and they looked amazing. I really like how their stylists made their outfits a lot more interesting by making the design of the clothing really unique and choosing great fabrics. I love the asymmetric, layering, and cutouts elements in the clothing a lot, since it adds so much to the look. A monochromatic look can be so boring, especially if it's in a muted shade, but they did their best to make their look as amazing as it could have been. As always with Itzy, I think that a bit more of accessories would have been great. Maybe some belts and bracelets, but it isn't that big of a deal. This is 9 out of 10 for me. And this is my ranking. Leah also performed a solo stage. She wore this pretty tulle dress and she looked gorgeous. I really like the fit of the dress, but I think that a more vibrant color would have looked even better. But one thing I do love is the cowboy boots. She's giving Taylor Swift early days and I love it. This is 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Txt. Just like Enhypen, they performed a BTS cover, DNA in this instance, and their outfits are very much inspired in the outfits BTS originally wore during that era. Then they performed Good Boy Gone Bad, and it looked kinda odd because the outfits are a lot brighter than what they usually wear to perform this song, but it wasn't bad either. I actually really like the more casual type of vibe with all of them wearing completely different outfits, but still having elements that tie all of their looks together. This is 8 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have From Us 9. The girls wore red and black outfits, and I love that color combo so much, however I don't think it was executed as good as it should have been. Some clothing pieces were actually red, but other were more of a burgundy and it bothers me so much that they don't match that well since they're basically two different colors. Some of the members were wearing all black outfits, and that just made them blend so much with the dancers, to the point that if you don't really know the members in the group, then it might have been a bit of a struggle to differentiate who is the dancer and who is the idol. I think that all of them having a red detail would have been better. I also don't particularly like the silhouette of Jisoo and Jiwon's dresses, but that's a personal taste issue. This is 7 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have the boys. They were wearing all black outfits with little hints of red. The clothing is clearly inspired in racer clothing and they do actually have some racing uniform clothing pieces. I really like how all of them have individuality elements, especially since it's really hard to style so many people. I also like the addition of leather pieces since it adds another big element to the look. I would have rather for them to have more red elements because at some points they blend too much into the background, so they could have stood out more. This is 8 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Next, we have I-DLE. The girls had an evil versus good theme for their intro performance, so it made total sense for half of them to be wearing black, and the other half to be wearing white. I actually first watched the second half of their performance and was so confused by only Shuha and Yuki wearing white, but then it made sense. I like how the black outfits have white detailing in them, since that allows for their outfits to match when they aren't divided into the black and white teams. But it would have been better if the white outfits had black details, because Yuki and Shuha stand a bit too much. The end result isn't bad at all, but I think it could have been better. I also think that Minnie's outfit is giving motorcycle vibes, but only her, and that bothers me a bit. This is 7 out of 10. And this is my ranking. And last, but not least, we have the girl group cover stages. First off we have Ive's. The girls wore light pink outfits that are so freaking pretty. I really like the shiny fabric they are made of, and the sparkly bits make the whole thing even better. The furry accessories are so cute, and the girls just look gorgeous. They performed Pretty Girl by Kara, and the original song has a cutesy vibe, so I think the stylists perfectly blended the song's vibe with Ive's vibe. Kara also wore furry accessories during this era, so it's even better. This is 10 out of 10 for sure. And this is my ranking. Next, we have Nmixx. The girls performed How You Like That, and I'm pretty sure this look was the inspiration behind it. I love the ice princess touch they have to their look, the furry pieces are amazing, and they all just look so amazing. The hints of black help break the all-white look so the whole thing is more dynamic, but not too much that overpowers the vibe of the look. This is also 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. Then, we have Les Sserafim. The girls performed The Boys by Girls' Generation, and unfortunately their outfits are kinda boring. They went for white shirts and black bottoms, which don't look bad, but it's so simple and uninteresting. Girls' Generation wore lots of dark outfits for the boys era, but nothing this boring. They could have gone for shiny black pieces instead, or just something different that made them stand out more. This is 5 out of 10. And this is my ranking. And lastly, we have New Jeans. They performed Tell Me by Wonder Girls, and I like how they kept the bright colors, and the layering that was a staple during this era. But they also modernized it a bit, and added a touch of New Jeans. I love the pink color palette so much, and the mix of different prints was so good. This screams 2000s fashion from everywhere you look at it from, and this is what I expected new jeans to wear at the KBS Song Festival since it was Y2K theme. Of course this is 10 out of 10. And this is my ranking. To be completely honest, I wasn't that disappointed by the looks like I've been in other instances. But I also don't think that there was a look that was mind-blowingly amazing. There were some great looks, and some not so great, but nothing too extreme on either end. I have to say that it's so awful how they give girl groups these mini dresses and open-toe shoes for the red carpet. It's freaking winter in Korea right now, so they must be freezing themselves while posing for the cameras. And when I see this I just picture Momo freezing that red carpet video. The stylists need to give the girl groups warm enough outfits. Give the girls some pants for God's sake, they will still look amazing and be warmer. Some of them tried to balance a mini dress and warmth by giving the girls coats and tights, but that's not enough when they are below 0 degrees. For the best dressed in the red carpet I have to say that it was Yeonjun from Les Sserafim. I usually don't pick just one member in a group but rather the whole group, however she really stood out to me. I just love her outfit so much and she looks gorgeous. If I had to pick a whole group, it would be Txt. For the worst dressed in the red carpet, I have to say that it was almost every boy group. I can't just pick one because they were all boring and uninteresting. For the best dressed in the performances is definitely this new jeans look. I love everything about this, from the color palette, to the pieces itself, and I just hope they can keep this amazing styling in the future. And the worst look in the performances is this Cravity look. I just don't like how similar everything is, and I know their stylists could have done a better job. That was everything for the video. Let me know if you agree with my opinions or if you disagree with them. Tell me who was your favorite and least favorite dressed in the night, but always remember to be respectful. If you want to see more of me, I usually do K-pop fashion related videos, and I actually did a video like these for the 2022 Mama Awards and the 2022 KBS Song Festival. I'll probably do one for the 2022 MBC Gayo daejeon, so subscribe if you want to see that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.